It is October 14th, 2020, and I am 10 days away from...
Woo! Woo!
That's just something that not a lot of people say. A lot of you / most of you probably know that we have been striving for full-time ministry as an occupation. That has been something we talked about since the day he sat me down in Steve's kitchen and asked me to be his girlfriend. We had the I want to do college ministry for the rest of my life, are you in kind of conversation.
What I would say was probably our couple's dream.
Yeah, definitely like the whole relationship goal that we had. Obviously marriage was
one of the big
goal.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, the second goal was occupational ministry.
Yeah, so it's been 4 years in the making.
Wow.
4 years of just like working at regular jobs and trying to support raise. I mean, I went for crew once before, and it was my first experience support raising, and I didn't make my deadline, which was like really hard. So I had to wait, and so I figured next time I come back to it, I'll come back to it with a wife, because we were just dating.
Yeah, we should take it all the way back. We both got saved in college, and I think that that's what sparked this whole purpose-driven, I want to do college ministry for the rest of my life type of passion, because I think we both came to a place where we were like, I don't know what else to do with my life, because I didn't really have a purpose before I got saved, and now I know Christ, and now all I want to do is tell others about Christ, and I don't really see any other calling besides that.
And when you're 23, waiting seems like the worst.
Yeah.
You know, but honestly, waiting is probably one of the better things I've done. I mean, if we went into ministry 4 years ago, we'd have been terrible. And it's good because I didn't have a knowledge of the Bible. I didn't have a knowledge of like doctrine or theology. I wasn't mature. You know, there's just things that come with time, and honestly, it was probably healthier for us to endure like a couple of years of just working out in the regular workforce with normal people.
I'm very grateful for my regular job and the experience of it that's given me. You know, I feel like, especially if we want to go into college ministry, we can better prepare the students for life after college, both with a faith that is actually solidified on biblical truth and knowing what it's like to work for bosses and coworkers that are not in the Christian bubble.
We originally had the goal of having you quit probably, February? The deal I struck, because she's been trying to get out for a little while, the deal I struck with her was if she allows me to pay off our college debt, then in February she could quit her job and then go into college ministry. Depending on where you're at in the future as you watch this, what happened in March 2020 was the coronavirus shutdown.
Despite the fact that we had been praying for all of our support to come in so that I could quit my job, that had actually been provided. The Lord provided that for us. And then the pandemic happened. It was very strange timing. I'm not going to question the Lord's timing, but that's just what happened. And then,
well, the pandemic wasn't centered around us. But I get what you're saying.
But it's kind of like, I think the exact same month we raised the support I needed was the exact same month the pandemic hit. Bad. That was weird timing.
Yeah. I think the opportunity to quit started probably in early August, but we weren't sure at that point if the campus was going to open up. And then when it did open up, we didn't know if it was going to close in 2 weeks after there was a spike of cases. So
we also bought a house around that same exact time. So I think we were kind of just riding out the full-time job just a little bit longer. I was going to quit by the end of 2020. So I was planning sometime between December and January. But again, I think the Lord just kind of put it on my heart to go ahead and quit faster.
It's tough because I don't also want to be in my job, but I don't have the same hope as you of getting out soon. So if anyone's feeling nice, if you're watching this, just pray, because we got places to go. It's just a little uncertain and slow right now, so we don't really know what the next move is, but I think it's clear that you quitting your job is probably a good first step. I would like to get out of my job and onto the campus because there's a lot of work to do, and it's fairly obvious to me that not a lot of people are willing to go.
Mm-hmm.
But we are.
I'd also say it's been weird to wrap my head around the fact that when we started dating, it was very clear that Caden was very strong-headed about doing college ministry. Like,
strong-headed.
Is that a good word? Very determined.
Determined. That's way more respectable.
Caden was very determined to do college ministry. I think that was plan A. And if I'm being pretty honest, you didn't have a plan B. And when plan A didn't work out the first time, or
just got married.
Or the second time.
That was my
third time was the charm for you. But what I meant by all that is that, like, you've been the one leading us in college ministry this whole time from day one. So it's weird for me to wrap my head around the fact that I'm the one quitting my job first to step foot in college ministry as a full-time job. But you're the one who's constantly encouraging me. And you're the one, like, laying yourself down to put me first. Which is, like, I can't wrap my head around you doing that for me constantly. Especially when I know how much you hate your job.
I don't
Am I allowed
hate,
to say that?
I just heavily disdain.
Let me change that.
No, I said it. I heavily disdain my job, and I'm trying to enjoy it, but it's really hard. But I do think with your skill sets that an early ministry would benefit more with you being around more, if that makes sense. Like your on campus full-timeness would benefit a launching ministry. And maybe they don't need my skill sets yet, which
so sweet.
Yeah, I think we just have different skills and abilities, and I think you going first makes sense. Although we do live in the college town, so it's not like I'm sending her to some foreign land by herself. Like, she's going right down the street, and like when I come home from work, I'm still participating in that way.
Well, yeah, he's definitely carrying the same load I'm carrying. It just doesn't come with the title. Yeah, I couldn't carry the load alone. Look at those muscles. Oh, my word.
Oh, you had to sit.
He's been working out.
Barely.
I am excited, but I think I still haven't fully processed the fact that I'm quitting my job. I have exactly 7 days left. So maybe in 7 days, when it really is my last day of work, I'll be feeling a little bit differently because I'll have the closure there. But obviously this is something that we've been working towards for so long. I think it's just kind of weird when you have this goal, you have spent months working so hard to get there, and then you're there, and I don't know, like, it reminds me of the movie Tangled, like the Disney movie, where she just wants to see the floating lights and she's about to, like, actually see them for the first time in person, and she's kind of like almost freaking out a little bit because she's like, I've reached my dream, like, now what? And that's kind of the feeling I have. Like, now that I'm there, like, no, now what? Like, it's scary and exciting at the same time because this is what I've been waiting for. But at the same time, like, it's not, I know it's not gonna satisfy me completely. Like, the dream job isn't everything. Even though it is ministry, it's still going to fail me and not satisfy me. So I don't want to put so much emphasis into finally reaching the dream job, because it's not Christ. It's not like Christ himself. You know what I mean? Am I explaining it well, though?
I honestly wasn't listening. I'm just tired.
I appreciate you guys watching this video because this is us just pouring our hearts out to you guys. This video probably means the most to me out of all the videos on my channel right now. Yeah.